back to my channel, Burn the Witch Tarot. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Like always, I hope it's blessed for you. I'm actually a little bit backtracked because I was busy on uh, Friday and Saturday with my family. So I did get some readings on Friday. I have two, one of which I'm doing right now. This was purchased in my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. Again, I apologize for the delay. I was supposed to have this done Sunday, going into Monday, but Sunday, my neighbor's COVID party, super annoying, couldn't do much about it, and now here I am, getting it done for you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys follow my social media down below. I have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram page. I have a Twitter. And then I have this. So they're all linked down below. Show your support, even if it's free. And thank you guys to you both who have purchased readings from me. We're going to do a Rockstar Tarot today. And this is somebody that I have previously now read. And I'm going to go ahead and see what is going on with him. Woo! I'm tracking today. So he's a male, obviously. And his zodiac is a Capricorn. Let me just pull these out. I'm going to show you guys my stones like I normally do. And while we go through that. Oh, get back here. Miss Amber. Pretty much I did some different stuff for this person, like I've been kind of doing. I did a birthday card for him, and he is a Hierophant, which I've said before on my channel that it has a lot to do with dogma or being religious. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a devout Catholic or a devout anything, but it does have to do with a lot of questioning of religion as well. And you know, some people that tend to be Hierophants are captive to their own ideas, and they get a little bit lost, a little bit confused, a little bit stuck in the realm. Come here, you guys. You guys always want to be stuck in the corners. Stop it. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So you guys can see I have them all here. And I also checked out this person's zodiac sign card, which I never realized that Capricorns were the devil. So I thought that was very funny, but that kind of says something about this person being able to be very balanced in need. You know, unfortunately, it's very self-destructive behavior. Again, they're captive to their... Oh, let me bring out the hematite and the onyx. I actually wanted to talk about this really quick because I thought this was kind of cool. I happen to have... Where are you guys? Where did I put you? I happen to have some here. To make sure I don't put this in. Can you see? Yeah, you can see if I do it right. Don't put this one in the bag. So basically what I did, because we're doing a stone reading, I thought it was really cool because I do have Apache Tears here. But I wanted to talk about the 3 stones of being a Capricorn. Maybe you might want to incorporate them into your daily life. The first is going to be onyx. Now, onyx is for protection and reducing sexual desire. So if you find yourself, you know, needing a little more protection in day-to-day life because you are a Capricorn, I would totally recommend carrying one in your pocket, getting an onyx bracelet. Unfortunately, reducing sexual desires, if you are somebody that, you know, has a little bit of a compulsion to do that, then that could possibly help. Hematite, very cool stone. It's very shiny. They make a lot of hematite bracelets. This is for healing and grounding. So if you are somebody that's very into that and you didn't know this, well, now you do. And the last one that I have to not put in this bag is going to be the Apache Tears. I have quite a few of them here. So let me just actually pull it all out because I think it's kind of cool. Apache Tears are very, very cool. They're almost like smoky quartz. Almost. I don't know if you guys can kind of see through them. And they're very soft. And they feel very, very like, I want to say warm almost. Like they're kind of cooling, but they're almost warm. And basically what these are for is protection and luck. So if you don't feel like using the onyx, go for it. Try to find yourself some Apache Tears. And I don't think they should be too expensive. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to do that because I thought, you know, like that's kind of cool. Sorry, I just wanted to kind of do that because I thought that was kind of cool. And again, this person has purchased from me, you know, before. So I thought, you know. All right. Now again, like I normally do, I basically meditate for about an hour on each person that I get a reading for. I have that availability right now, so I'm able to do it for a long period. I would like to make this full-time, and this month is going to be kind of crazy, kind of hectic for me. I hope like it continues to grow. I'm very excited. I hope everybody's doing well, and I've gotten a lot of private responses back saying like, wow, that was really accurate, that was really good. So you know, I'm feeling a lot more confident and getting there, you know. No. Sorry, they're trying to jump out at me. So, we're playing with stones. I'm mixing them all up. So, I want to get into it. I've done Star Rock Tarot readings on my channel before already. The first one is the key. And that can sometimes be a question, sometimes be, you know, a few different things, like an opportunity or whatever. Like it can mean a lot of different things. It just depends on what else is placed here. Number 2, which is going to be on this side, that is usually going to be your past or tasks at hand. Number 3, which I always mix these two up, but I place them in the right spots. Don't ask. I've been doing rock tarot for longer than I've been doing regular card tarot, so don't even go there. But number 3 is your present and future. A lot of times it can also represent your difficulties, maybe moving forward from your past, difficulties coming from your, you know, your opportunities, your task at hand, or your not task at hand, your key, like what you're asking me for, like what the reason you're here, you know, that can happen here. The root, I like to just kind of say that is kind of who you are right now as a person and who you've always been as a person from childhood in a lot of ways. It's your innermost strength and what brings you through everything in your life. Your crown jewel can be the completion of your opportunity and or your goal. So that's why these two can be an opportunity. So this could be a question leading you to your opportunity. So I know I've said that time and time again now, but I try to make that as clear as possible. Kind of mess it up sometimes because I get very, very nervous. I can't help it. It's a learning experience for me too, guys. And all right, I moved my camera down a little bit more. I'm trying to be a little closer so I can actually show you a little better. Let's go ahead and get the key out. I am going through all the corners. Hey guys, no. Let me do this. Because I don't want them to fall out either. And maybe you're falling out here, right? Okay. So the key okay. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. The key, and this, I don't know if it'll focus. The key is a fossil. So this is a really cool one because this is actually just tiny little flowers. It's not to be confused with amber, but it is the hermit. Which is strange for that to be a key. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, cool. How in relation that would be, like I said, the key or the question. I don't know. Are you asking me if you should be alone? If you need more time to yourself? Oh, got it. This is a sapphire, and what we pulled for is the past, or it can be the tasks at hand. Which is funny because I already said your birthday card is a Hierophant. Well, this is basically the Hierophant stone. Your past. Okay. We're going to go to the, I call this third one, the now or the present and the future stone. And like I said before, it can also mean like difficulties moving forward. It just depends on what's going on here. So let's see. Ooh, okay. Wait. Okay, so this is sunstone or the sun. Pretty easy to deal with there. So we've got the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Sun. Oh, and just so you know, suns basically have to do with a lot of different things. It's a lot of happiness usually. If you have depression, put one of these in your left pocket. Um, and we'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna have to feel these out. Make sure I got everybody in the corners. And this stone that we're pulling for is the root. So this is basically, I consider the bane of your existence, the root of you. It's also your strengths. Oh, and I dropped one. It was agate. Don't worry about that. A lot of people know what this is. It's, I don't know if it shows up as pink as it is, but it's love stone, which stands for the lovers, and that usually means that there's like a new beginning on the way. But because this is where it's at, that's usually family, or strength in being in love, having a very good heart. I'm really gonna have to think this one through. I'm kind of sensing what this could be, but I didn't want to jump the gun between these two. Maybe there's social anguish, like there's a friendship. Once I feel them, once I have them all down, it's a lot easier to feel what's going on. So, no, not you. Can I get the corners? Got all the little guys. Okay. So the fifth stone, like I've said in the beginning, is granite or strength. And basically what this stone is the crown jewel. Or this stone can also be the opportunity. So if this is a question, or if this part is an opportunity, then this part is not. Does that make sense? Just depends on, like, if there's a question, where's the opportunity leading you, etc. Wow, okay. Oh, sorry. This is granite. Whole bunch of little granite stones in there. Beautiful stone. Okay. I'm feeling like from this stone, you're looking for multiple questions to multiple things. I think you're a very how do I say it? I'm trying to find the word. Can't find the word right now. I think you're a person that very much questions everything about life. And I think that I can't really put my finger on it, but I think it's exactly what I felt initially. Like I've been doing rock tarot for a long time, so sometimes I feel things initially, and I'm just like, what are you trying to find out? What do you need? And I realized that we had done other tarot before. I think this has something to do with that, but I really feel like this either has to do with whether you should recluse in your life a little bit more or not. That's kind of what it feels like. I like I said, I think it has to do with should you date or should a friend be there for you or not. This is a hard one because right here, this one's feeling like, because okay, here I'm gonna explain this. Here, there's a lot of sex and passion in this area. And I'm that's why like the stones make sense in that way. Um and like what I felt initially, I'm like, what are you trying to ask me? Um okay. Because aside this is oop 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 oop. Aside from this being, let me move these down a little bit. Yes, this is a hermit stone, and yeah, it has a lot to do with um wisdom, discretion. It can, depending on whether the card is flipped or not, when you usually have a card, it can mean immaturity, very antisocial. Sometimes what happens with this is there's a double edge here because there's either wisdom coming to you or you relying on your own wisdom, which is not correct. So, and then this is very, like I said earlier, about dogma, religion, but has to do with conformity. And then on the reverse of this, nonconformity. Um, this one's hard. But then you get into this whole emotional aspect over here. That's where, okay. Okay. Since this is your key, we're going to read your past. And maybe in your past, there's been a lot of, how do you say it the right way? Like I said, this has to do with sexuality here. And I think, like what I said, maybe there's a lot of religious background to you that maybe you don't want to conform with. Maybe you do. I don't know if you are abandoned. If you're an adopted child, that could explain some of this. I'm just, that's a throwing it out there thing that I probably won't even put that in the reading, but it's a possibility with some of this confusingness, or maybe like some people, they feel like they're adopted. So that's kind of what I'm going to put there, and maybe you just feel stuck, like you're very different. That's why you need something to change here. Social, maybe you suffer from social anxiety a little bit more than most people, and maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure. I'm really like, this is, ooh, this one is struggling for me right now. Okay. So I'm just gonna say that. In your past, I'm also going to say maybe, like I said earlier, you were probably captive to a lot of ideas and things like that that just weren't like they proved not to be true to you. Going forward, this is where it gets good. This is something that your key is troubling me and your past is kind of troubling me just because of where it changes quick. Your present future, I'm just going to tell you, looks good. There's not a lot of difficulties. I'm going to say if there are any difficulties here, it's going to be a lot of overthinking. A lot of overthinking. And that's where I'm kind of getting what I'm getting here. Overall, what I feel in this stone in particular is a lot of happiness and success. So there's possibly a new employment / new beginning here, because this is, again, your root is a lot of new beginnings. So I don't know if this is something just kind of a general about your life, and there's no real question and there's no real answer either. But I can definitely feel like a lot of new positive motivational energy coming through now. I felt that at the beginning. That's why at the beginning of going over here, at the beginning I'm like, wait, what? Be careful with this moving forward in the future, because with this comes the flip side of things, where futuristically, please mind what you're saying, because you could come off very arrogant, very clouded in your happiness and in your overall outlook on life. I call it dark cloud syndrome. So yeah, you can have everything you need, everything you ever wanted, but you sit with that dark cloud over your head and you never just enjoy things. That's where maybe some of this hermitness has to come in. But again, like this can be reversed. What's weird about this, and that's why these two are hard for me to figure out and how this fits together, is just because this is also a reversal stone. There's life, there's lessons, there's growth, there's evolution, sometimes childbirth. So I don't need another pregnant one right now. And I think, and that's where I get the possible adoption, or maybe not total adoption. Maybe you just didn't live with your real biological mother and father, and that has an effect on you, and it has an effect on your relationships. But moving forward, you're going to be okay. I think here is where I'm going to get really deep with you, because that's where this kind of shows, and that's where this kind of shows. So the Lovers, when it is the root of most people, these people that have love at the base of them, they're generally people that suffered a lot of trauma, that goes emotionally, mentally, physically. They just love, like a pet. Dogs in particular, they love you no matter what. That's kind of how this stone is portrayed when it's at the root. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying here. And people that want love this deep, deep into your root, so to speak, it's harder on them in a way, and I'll speak a little bit from personal experience, um, because balance with sexuality and actual love, feeling actual love, romance, and appreciating the new beginnings and appreciating the development of relationships and things like that can be very, very hard. And that is something that was kind of overwhelming here. So that's why I was like, is it because you need a new girlfriend? Is it because, and I'm not trying to justify that with your other reading, but you get what I'm trying to say, I hope. I think there's a lot of fear here because it really, really feels like that. And this is a big warning. With this, there's a high feeling like that you feel like you make a lot of wrong choices when it comes to who you give your heart to. I read a meme today that kind of changed my perception of relationships a little bit, and what we had talked about in private. I'm just gonna add that to this, just because of what the back of this means. Like I said, the positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and a kind of an overwhelming feeling. Having gone through a divorce and feeling that that was my person, this meme was relatable because I think, and I've posted other poems about love and having three main loves in your life and so on and so forth. Soulmates and things like that. I think we have multiple throughout our lives. And that's why we have different types of friends from different eras of our life. We have contact with different social situations in our life. And you deserve to love whenever you can. There is no limit. There's no, oh, you can only love one person in your entire life. There really isn't. You can love whoever you want to and still love somebody else. Because that's kind of replenishing, just like your blood. You will eventually make more blood. Like, so you can lose a gallon of your blood, I guess. I think, don't quote me, but I think you can lose like a gallon of your blood and you'll just reproduce it and be fine. That is kind of what that meme meant and what that meme was saying. And that's what I actually felt with this. So if you are afraid of those wrong choices and things like that, stop. This is your root. You love so deep, it is freaking ridiculous. And love always conquers hate in the end. So here, and maybe that does have to do with social issues. I really cannot pinpoint this one. But I hope I'm hitting some points here. Your crown jewel is strength. Like I said, with love, conquers everything. Your strength, your power, your courage, your internal willpower is extremely strong. And if this is a question, this is the opportunity, it's all laid out right here. Be happy, love deep, and you'll get the strength and power that you need to go anywhere you want. That's where this makes sense. This I'm not too sure about. This definitely has a lot of energy. With strength, it can also mean if you have a friend that you're not real close with anymore, or family members, things like that, it's a good time to reconcile, and your strength in that is deep. So if you're holding grudges on anybody, end them. It's not worth your happiness. If you're, I'm going to say, avoiding relationships, and I mean that in any sense, family, friendships, whatever, you're strong. Don't let it affect your happiness. Now, if you're happy being alone and you know you're good that way and you want to stay that way, and like I said, these are all very sexual stones. All of these. I don't know if you're currently having sex right now. I kind of doubt it. It's a possibility, but I really don't think so. I think there's a lot of sexual desire here. It's a matter of, what you want to do. Just practice safe sex. With the reverse of this, and this is something we don't want to do, is with strength, there's weakness. Love is not a weakness. Happiness is not a weakness. Feeling abandoned or clingy or sexuality or your views is not a weakness. None of this is weakness. So if you're like, and I said it, this has to do with employment, this also can have to do with employment. This is usually just getting through the interview kind of courage when somebody picks this up. When it's more green here, when we add a little more of that. But I really think maybe how do I conclude this? I really do not feel like this was a reading with a question. I think this is just more the key of who you are. Like how I said, sometimes this doesn't even answer a question. It's just kind of your past, your future, your root, and your crown. So I think that's more what this was. But if there are some of the questions that I did answer in here, or that I can answer for you, definitely once I sent this to you, go ahead and let me know. Because then I can get a little more. If you were somebody that was adopted, or felt like you were adopted or raised by somebody that wasn't your family, some of this makes a little bit of sense as to some of the confusion here, because there is some confusion in how these connect, and I have no total idea as to what. And this is where I would be looking at your palm. I would want to know what's in your hand so that I could put this together. But overall, this is a good moving forward. There's a lot of power here. And I recommend getting a citrine or a sunstone. I recommend getting a love stone. And I recommend, if you can, get a granite. And put them in a little pouch, kind of like what I have here, along with your Apache tears. And just keep them in your, if you have a work bag or something like that, just throw them in there. If you have a satchel or something, throw them in there. Carry them with you. Put them in your pocket. If you can find the beads, put them in a bracelet. Wear it on a bracelet. Put it on your ankle if you don't want to, depending on where you work. But yeah, I would recommend these 3 stones and the Apache tears, just to kind of keep that energy going. This is good for depression. This attracts love. And this is an attractor of strength. And I think we need to move away from, I'm going to say it in a weird way, and I don't mean this to be offensive, and I don't think that that's what you're doing. But because of you being a Capricorn, and I'll just throw that in there, you have the potential to self-destruct. Don't do that. And don't get caught up in your own, and just keep going around in circles. It's okay to conform. It's okay to non-conform, but just as long as you keep it moving. Let me pull this up. I hope that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do the photo shoot with these beautiful rocks. And I appreciate you purchasing from me. I ugh. I appreciate you purchasing from me. I appreciate you all being here today and watching my video. I know this was a little long-winded. It's just because there's a part that really just doesn't seem to fit. And hopefully once this person gets the reading, they respond back, and then they can help clear up my mind with some of this, because this was a little bit of a toughie. Just But yeah, guys, so if you want to try me out, you want to check out what a reading costs, they start at $3.99. I think the most expensive one I have is $15.99. My Etsy shop is linked down below. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'm going to go ahead and do my next reading now. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. So mote it be, blessed be. Bye.